What's up, everybody? Look, y'all know what it is. It's Fred. It's FanView Live. Um, Here's my videos about. I'm a fan of the TV show First Take, like everyone else, and I had a chance to watch one of the segments today. And one of the segments that kind of bothered me was, is Tom Brady still a franchise-changing quarterback? And the question bothered me. It annoyed me because the answer to the question is no. He's a very good quarterback, but he's not a franchise-changing quarterback. And here's what I mean by franchise changing. Sometimes a quarterback can still win at a certain age in their career, but it doesn't mean they're going to change the franchise. Meaning that Tom Brady signed a 2-year deal with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's going to come in, install his offensive system, him and Bruce Arians, and they're going to partially change the practice habits and the culture of the team. But he's not going to change the organization. If that makes sense. What Tom Brady's going to bring with him is also going to leave with Tom Brady when Tom Brady retires in the next 2 seasons. He could win there, but he's no longer a franchise-changing quarterback. Okay? There's about 3 guys in the NFL that are currently franchise-changing quarterbacks. And my definition of what a franchise-changing quarterback is this someone who plays the position that makes you forget about the previous guy that was there, or typically the organization is one of their best players who play that position. Example, Tom Brady has made every fan in New England forget about Drew Bledsoe. That was the guy that was there when he took over. He has made every fan forget about that guy for the Patriots organization. He was a franchise-changing quarterback. If that makes sense. Ben Roethlisberger. Tommy Maddox was the guy that was in front of him. Over time, Ben Roethlisberger has made you forget who was the guy ahead of him, and he's also made you forget the team's best player. Like, that team was based upon Hines Ward and Jerome Bettis. He's made you forget about everybody who's played for that team based upon his success. Okay? I'm a diehard Saints fan. Drew Brees had made every Saints fan forget about Aaron Brooks. And up to that point in the Saints' career, Aaron Brooks was this organization's best player, and we had Archie Manning. Franchise quarterbacks make you forget who was here. They're the guy now, okay? Aaron Rodgers made everybody forget that Brett Favre played there. And all the success and how historic Brett Favre is. From the time Aaron Rodgers took the Packers to the Super Bowl after this year, the Saints won the Super Bowl, and the following he followed with the MVP season. He's made you forget that that Brett Favre was the quarterback there. It's made you forget. That's franchise changing. Okay, that's the franchise changing quarterback. And you have a timeline when you can do that. You can't really do that in your older age. Like right now, Drew Brees is no longer a franchise changing quarterback. He can still win, but he's not a franchise changing quarterback. Okay. Kind of when Peyton Manning left from Denver, went for Denver from the Colts. Peyton Manning was a franchise-changing quarterback for the Colts, but he just won in Denver. He didn't change the organization. He didn't change the franchise. He went to 2 Super Bowls there, and he won 1, but Denver's a mess. If that makes sense. He didn't change the franchise long-term. He just won when he was there, okay? There's 3 guys in the current NFL that are franchise-changing quarterbacks. Currently, meaning that you could trade for this guy right now, and it could possibly change your franchise. First guy's up, Patrick Mahomes, franchise changing. I don't care. I don't know who would do. Alex Smith, Matt Castle, it don't matter. Patrick Mahomes changed the franchise. He's franchise changing. Changed the franchise. That organization's best player was Derek Thomas. And I'm telling you right now, Patrick Mahomes, in the 2 years he started, had just made you forget about any success this organization had. It starts with him now. Franchise changing. The second guy, the current MVP, Lamar Jackson, changed the franchise. He came in his first year, he sat behind Joe Flacco for the most part of the season. Come next year, won the MVP. I'm here to tell you right now, there ain't a Baltimore Ravens fan that's thinking about Joe Flacco. It's Lamar Jackson time. And if somehow, some way, if the Baltimore Ravens can make a Super Bowl appearance with Lamar Jackson at quarterback and possibly can win one, he can make that fan base forget about guys like Ray Lewis and Ed Reed because he's franchise changing. He's a franchise changing quarterback. That's how those guys operate. The other guy who is a franchise-changing quarterback in the league is Russell Wilson. Matt Hasselbeck took that team to a Super Bowl and lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Matter of fact, that was Big Ben's first Super Bowl. Sean Alexander, probably arguably won MVP that year. Russell Wilson has came in and changed the franchise. Franchise changing. He's made you forget that Matt Hasselbeck even played there. He made you forget that any other guy played there. He's franchise changing. That's franchise changing. Those are the three current guys in the NFL that are franchise changing quarterbacks. Now, there are guys who did it, like Drew Brees did it, if that makes sense. You know, Tom Brady did it. Aaron Rodgers did it. Ben Roethlisberger did it. Eli Manning did it. There were guys who did it. Cam Newton did it. Franchise-changing quarterback. He made you forget about who was there, like Jake Delhomme went to the Super Bowl. He made you forget about Jake Delhomme. Franchise-changing. Those are the three franchise-changing quarterbacks in the NFL. Everyone else can win at the present moment. That's what we can see. Carson Wentz can win. Not franchise-changing. He hasn't made fans in Philadelphia forget about McNabb. If that makes sense. Jimmy Garoppolo, give or take, if he'd have made the accurate throw to Emmanuel Sanders to catch that ball in the Super Bowl, you'd still be like, he's not making you forget about what Steve Young achieved or what Joe Montana achieved. He's not franchise-changing. You can win, but he's not a franchise-changing quarterback. If that makes sense. Jared Goff is not making, that organization or fan base of fans forget about what Kurt Warner did. Okay? There's three guys in the NFL. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to name a fourth one. He's sitting on the couch right now. His name is Andrew Luck. That's another franchise-changing quarterback. Somebody, if you're the Patriots, I suggest y'all make some calls. That's a franchise-changing guy. He's sitting at home. But everyone else that's starting in the NFL are very good players, very good quarterbacks. Right? I give you an example. Ryan Tannehill just got an enormous contract from the Tennessee Titans. They're in a fan base that's forgot about Steve McNair for that organization. They don't have a franchise-changing quarterback. It's one of the reasons why the Dallas Cowboys is having a problem with that Prescott contract. He's not a franchise-changing quarterback. He hasn't done nothing to make you even forget about Tony Romo. He's won some games. He's made some plays. But he hasn't made that organization forget about Tony Romo. If Tony Romo was a younger player right now, he would start over him. That's what I'm talking about. So let's stop with all the Tom Brady's. He's not a franchise-changing quarterback. My quarterback currently right now is Drew Brees. If he had to play for another team, is not a franchise-changing quarterback. He could win. He can go to another organization and even make a Super Bowl appearance and possibly win a Super Bowl. But he's not going to change the franchise. He's no longer that player. That still has to happen. There still has to be some potential of longevity associated with that player. Guy can't be franchise-changing when only 2 seasons left of his career. It's just what it is. That's my video. Subscribe to Fan View Live page. I appreciate it. Got more videos coming up.